Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Bold and the Beautiful. Will's party gets underway, Zende throws a twist into the bash, and Luna crashes the party. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At Il Giardino, Deacon compliments his waiter on a good job setting up for Will's party. Will and Electra arrive and hobnob with Deacon before declaring that tonight will be epic. Sheila watches them from afar. At Lee's place, Luna looks at Electra's party-ready photo online. She puts the phone down when her aunt/grandma walks in. She has to leave her alone for the evening and reminds her she put everything on the line for her. Lee reveals she'll be meeting with an attorney soon to formulate a plan for her. Luna teases that she has a plan of her own. Lee warns her to focus on not turning out like her mother. Once alone, Luna pulls a disguise out of a dresser drawer. Seriously though, how would she get this? And grins mischievously. What will Luna get up to? At the restaurant, a redhead from Forrester purrs her congratulations to Will while ordering a drink. She's soon replaced by Electra, who is assured Will is only interested in her. At that very moment, in their apartment, Deacon tells Sheila that Katie's baby boy is making them a ton of money. Sheila establishes that they're not required to chaperone, and then suggests they have a party of their own. They make out. Mid-makeout, Deacon puts the brakes on and decides they need to keep an eye on the young adults. Talk inevitably turns to Luna. Deacon recalls that he never thought things would end up like this when Luna was an intern. Sheila questions if she'd known sooner, if she could have kept her from her dark impulses. She recalls kissing her granddaughter on the lips and then the shooting. Downstairs, the party is soon in full swing, and Luna arrives disguised in a dark wig and glasses, and dressed as a waitress. Amid the dancing and drinking, Zende arrives, congratulates Will, and chats with him and Electra. At the bar, Luna's handed a tray of sliders and told to circulate. She serves Will's table, and, of course, no one recognizes her. Apparently never having heard the cautionary tale about his Aunt Brooke from years ago, Zende pulls out a huge plastic bin full of masks and encourages everyone to put one on. Luna watches and flashes to an old fantasy about Will. The bartender joins Luna and warns her not to serve the alcohol that's 180 proof and tasteless. It should be outlawed. When Will walks up and orders a vodka soda, Luna pours him the banned alcohol instead. Lee and Sheila panic. As Luna sets the scene for chaos, Sheila tries to defend her to Deacon upstairs, reiterating that she deserved a better life. Deacon says if she'd held it together, she might be downstairs celebrating with Will right now. Sheila squints that Luna would have liked being with Will. Across town, Lee flips when she arrives home to find Luna gone. At the party, Electra, in her animal mask, makes a toast to Will and Tony as the crowd cheers. Will sidles up for a kiss and she sends him to fetch her another drink. Will orders another for himself as well, and Luna, once again, gives him the high-test stuff. Will's visibly tipsy when he speaks to Deacon about ride shares for after the party. Luna watches Will down his vodka soda and grins. Meanwhile, upstairs, Sheila's interrupted while painting her 8 toes by a call from Lee alerting her that Luna's gone. As Sheila's jaw drops, Will tells Electra how badly he wants her and how much he loves her as they dance. Luna muses, "Will Spencer, tonight is really your night." The night was alive with music, laughter, and the glow of fairy lights strung across Will's backyard. His annual summer party was the event everyone in town waited for. Exclusive, extravagant, and always filled with surprises. Everyone wanted an invite. Everyone except Luna. Or, at least, that's what Will thought. Luna had been his best friend since childhood, but ever since Will had climbed the popularity ladder in high school, he seemed to forget about the people who had helped him up. Luna, quirky and clever, with a mischievous spark in her eye, hadn't received an invitation this year. It stung, especially because she knew Will had invited nearly everyone else. But Luna wasn't one to sulk. She was to scheme. By the time the party was roaring, she had slipped on a glittering silver mask, donned a velvet hooded cloak she borrowed from the drama department, and styled her hair into curls no one would recognize. She smirked at her reflection in the mirror before heading out. If Will didn't want her there, she'd simply arrive as someone else. When she stepped into the backyard, heads turned. Guests whispered, trying to figure out who the mysterious stranger was. Luna moved gracefully, greeting people with a lilting voice that wasn't quite her own. No one guessed. It was perfect. Will, standing by the snack table with his usual entourage, noticed her immediately. He excused himself and approached, curiosity gleaming in his eyes. "And who might you be?" he asked, with a smile, that charming grin that had once been reserved only for her. Luna tilted her head and let her disguised voice spill out like silk. "Just someone who heard this was the best party in town." Will chuckled. "Fair enough. I like your style." He offered her a drink, and Luna took it with a mischievous glint in her eye. The night unfolded like a secret dance. Luna wove through the crowd, playing games, stealing the spotlight on the dance floor, and making everyone wonder where she'd come from. And the more Will watched her, the more intrigued he became. He even caught himself ignoring his so-called cool friends to follow the stranger's laughter. At one point, during a quiet moment near the fire pit, he leaned closer. "You know, I feel like I know you, but I can't place it." Luna smirked beneath her mask. "Maybe you do, maybe you just forgot." Something in her words tugged at his memory, but before he could respond, someone shouted, "Unmask her! Let's see who the mystery guest is." A playful chant rose through the party, urging her to reveal herself. Luna's heart raced. This was the moment. Slowly, she lifted her mask. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Will's eyes widened as recognition struck. "Luna," he blurted, his voice a mix of shock and guilt. "Surprise! Guess I didn't need an invitation after all." For a moment, silence hung in the air. Then Will laughed, a real, unguarded laugh she hadn't heard in years. "You've always known how to steal the show." Luna shrugged, her grin dazzling under the fairy lights. "Well, maybe you shouldn't have forgotten who your best friend is." And just like that, the party didn't belong to Will anymore. It belonged to Luna, the girl who crashed it in disguise and reminded him what truly mattered.